Welcome to Pull a Pin, a place where you're guaranteed to get a veteran's opinion about the world we live in. I am Jim, and joining me again is
This
Jason.
is Jace, and we're going to tell you what we want to tell you, whether you like it or not. So subscribe and hit that like button because we're on a roll, baby.
A
What's
butter
going on?
roll. Tootsie Roll. What's up, Jace? Good to see you again. And
Good
let's
to see
go
you.
give our shout outs to Johnny and Christine, who have been way active on our last
Yes.
episode, mostly about some garden talk, which I know you're pretty
Hell
excited
yeah.
about. Sounds like
Ironically
Christine.
enough, we had to delay our recording because I had to go down to the garden and check her out. My garden is getting bigger and bigger, and I just bought some cayenne peppers and I bought some. I think they're called like Yugoslavian hot peppers or something. I know they're fucking delicious when you stuff them with like sausage and meat, or just meat or sausage and meat together. Yummy! And
So
I,
sausage
I
and meat.
appreciate all the comments.
That's
It's
it.
interesting. The arrow gardens are sick, but
Even Johnny's
that's a
got
winter thing.
gardens. Even
So
Johnny's got a garden, he said.
Johnny, what? I don't know what growing climate you're in, but
I think they're both Californians.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a fig tree out here, and it's got a couple figs, and then I have a key lime, like little key lime tree bush, and I'm dying to see if it produces some key limes because I will 100% probably get my mom to make the key lime pie, but I
Do you
might
not have
try.
animals there?
What's that?
Do you not have animals? Like I have like 15 different species of animals in my property all the time. Matter of fact,
Well,
just the other day I seen a bear run through on my cameras for the first
are you
time.
serious?
Dead
Wow.
serious.
What kind of bear? Just a little black bear, or
Yeah, it's a little yeah, it looked like a maybe not a baby but a teenager, you know what I mean? Not like a full grown.
right? No, that's interesting.
And he went
Yes,
by himself, so
we have so I'm not sure what happened, but I know that what the fuck are they called? I think they're called woodchucks. Yeah, it's a woodchuck. Woodchuck chucked out in the street the other day. So unless we have another like crazy influx of woodchucks, I think our old resident Woody is gone. But unfortunately, we have a lot of damn deer around here.
yeah, same here.
And
That's why I said I got fruit trees that I've got to block
yeah,
around,
oh
and they still
geez,
bending through the stuff.
yeah.
And
Good luck. What kind of fruit?
they're like apples and something else, pear maybe
Right.
something. They haven't bloomed yet. They haven't even full grown yet. I only planted them like
They
last
should
year.
only be flowering right now.
Yeah, well, I think they take a couple years to actually start producing, if I'm not
Why
mistaken.
you planted them?
Yeah, I planted them
Oh
brand
yeah,
new.
yeah,
Like yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's just like my fig at back home in Charleston. That damn thing's over 6 foot tall now, and
mm,
it's on its third year. I'm praying to God it produces some figs, but unfortunately, I don't know what type of fig tree it is. Now that I'm getting myself educated on, there's so many different types of figs. I mean, I'm even learning that there's so many damn types of tomatoes, for God's sakes.
right.
Jesus.
And it sounds like we've just turned this into a whole gardening show.
Well, we could start the first
Welcome
segment
to
of
Jim and
gardening,
Jay's
but
Garden Show.
I like those arrow gardens. Like I have one that I'll do like in the winter. I'll do herbs. I'll do like basil, oregano, uh, chive on, bro. Um,
Yeah,
and
Christine
I
says
don't
she
know,
does
maybe
carrots
two of
and
each. I don't know.
asparagus. Yeah, she does carrots and asparagus for mom and stuff. And she's
That's
a big lettuce. I
sick.
guess lettuce comes through them too. But I
Yes,
have I
yes,
have
yes. Well,
garden
that's what
envy. I have
I
garden
have two
envy.
of them. So my
Yeah,
other one is for salads.
I'm not gonna lie. I got garden envy. I got a lot of the stuff. I got bins. I got all kinds of garden
This
stuff,
is just a
but I
new
haven't done
love that
any.
I'm just starting.
I haven't
I
done it, man. I don't have
I
time like you. I'm not retired like you.
I started arrowing a couple years ago, but it's so easy that even you could do it.
A caveman could do it, right? I'm sure it
Like
can. Me, it's about time and effort, energy. Like I said, I bought the stuff. I just haven't put any time and energy into it because it's just like
personally,
you
this
gotta take
calms
care of
me down
chickens.
talking about it all. So maybe we should end on gardening, not fucking,
Yeah,
because
because we
there's a
got
lot of fucking shit. I'm
we gotta get right to the meat and
pissed.
potatoes. Since we got
Oh
our
my
buddies
god.
in California out there, let's talk about this insurrection.
What do we want to
I
talk
mean,
about
putting
first, though?
January 6th to shame. Let's talk about this planned insurrection, mostly peaceful protests.
Oh yeah, yeah. That yeah.
I
Peaceful
don't know,
bricks and fucking police vehicles. Yeah.
dude. It'd be a waste of
Peaceful
my time to
Mojave
share the
cocktails.
videos. I get tired of watching the same old videos over and over.
I
Buildings burning, media people
dude,
standing in front of it all.
there's so much fucking drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard to be Jace. DLWG, G. Because I mean, I don't know what fries me most. The fucking faggot piece of fucking shit governor of California
Oh,
that's calling Don out about come arrest me. You fucking motherfucking piece of fucking shit, chameleon. He's such a fucking chameleon piece of fucking shit.
how you
Oh my
really feel
god,
about
I'd
him?
like to punch him right in the fucking throat.
How do you
God
really feel about
damn.
him? You know, isn't it funny like that? Because we're not violent people. We're in the military. We've been
No,
through
I'm
capable
not, but
violence.
fuck, man.
But I have to tell you, dude, if I were to keep a list, not that I do, if I were to keep a list, if this civil war starts over these scumbags,
Oh my
believe me,
god.
dude, I would have my crew together and there would be a really easy list to make, which I
Yeah.
haven't started because I don't do
We
that.
would have our crew together.
Well, right. But I mean, you're far from me, so we'd have to pull them all together.
Oh god, it would the convoy would be easy. But like, what? Who the fuck are you to wave a fucking Mexican fucking flag and throw rocks at us?
You know
If
this.
you're so, what the fuck are you mad about? Go the fuck home, you fucking gringo. What the fuck?
Yeah, again, I guess just to get off the. I mean, your sounds like you're going on the tirade, so I'll just bring it down a little bit.
Thank you.
I don't understand. They say that like, all right, let me back up a second. This is our country, right? I care about our country, right? What
Yeah.
are the California? Are this just full of these people? Is that really what
I don't.
California's made up, or do they all believe this crap? Like,
I
how
don't
many
know,
people
man.
possibly cannot? Like they say, peaceful protest. Now, I do believe that there are peaceful protesters out there. I do believe that
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
there's a lot of
I'm sure.
there's a lot of beta ass people that are out there wanting people who snuck into this country illegally to stay. Because if you believe the media, oh, they're
Right.
going after grandma and the cooks and all. No, they're going after illegal people. And yes, they said they want to start with felons, but since
And
you're a
they still
sanctuary
are.
city, and since you're a sanctuary city, you're going to get people scooped up because they can't go to the courts and get the felons because you're not holding them for them. So your dumbass started this, which the stupid Bass, Karen Bass,
Oh.
she's like, well, if Fleiss hadn't
Oh
done
my
raids, this
god.
wouldn't have happened. Well, if your ass would have cooperated, ICE wouldn't have to do raids. So shut the F up and go
Right.
with them. Go home with them. We need to
Way
put
to
the
go with the
border
F up.
around
I like
California.
that.
I went to calm this down, didn't I?
No, I like the fact that you didn't swear. Because I need to stop swearing myself. No, but like, I just, in the back of my mind, I was, like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube and these fucking assholes, there I go swearing again. They're burning American fucking flags and they're fucking waving Mexican flags. What
Even
the fuck?
illegals,
What does that mean?
dude, even illegals, people here illegally
They're
and
doing
legally
it.
are no, but I'm saying they're mad at these people because they don't even
Oh,
understand
really?
what you're doing. Because those people want to come to America.
Right.
Why would you
I just,
fly the
it's just,
flag of a foreign country?
and then to see, so I'll slap it on like live, and they keep showing the VA in LA on live media for on YouTube, and the fucking graffiti and shit that these fucking scumbag. I'm sorry, but they something violent needs to be done. And I watched, I did see this thing. I don't know if it was Japan or China or what, but whenever they have these fucking complete idiots doing that shit, they have like blue dye and a hose, and They just hose these fucking idiots down. Why don't we do that shit?
Maybe
Because
it's
we, I,
coming.
I don't know. It's weird.
Well, that's
But
what I said. You know, you
so
know.
then these people have like blue dye on them, and then they deal with them later and say, "Well, you got blue dye on you. You were part of it. You're
Yep.
arrested, asshole. Fuck you now."
That's an awesome idea. That's a way to mark people,
That's
or
it's
even
hilarious,
like
dude.
the chem light stuff, the infrared stuff. Even
Right?
better, dude. Even better, because then they don't know and they can't go scrub it off. You should spray
I'd
some
say
that.
hook the hoses to the sewers and spray them with fucking sewage.
No, I
Fucking
wouldn't do that.
scumbags.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that
They have
because they
no
might spread
fucking.
some stuff.
They have if they're violent, they have no right to be doing this.
Well, again, this proves why we needed Donald Trump. You know, and let me step back from the violence and all the retardedness for a second. Do you understand why Gavin Newsom and all these Democrat scumbags are doing this? Do you understand why that? Do you understand how valuable these illegals are? I don't think people understand. It's
No,
not because
no. Tell me.
it's not because illegals vote. They can't vote. It's
Right.
illegal. Do you understand that in California, the reason they have so many people in Congress is because they count
Oh,
them on the census.
they're using that as population.
Yes, yes, and
How
they
how the
get more
fuck? That
representatives.
should be illegal to fucking do, though.
I heard. Well, Trump tried to take it off the census. They tried to take the illegals off, but they
I
fought it
now you're refreshing me. Yes.
because think about this. I think
Yeah.
they said
Yes.
that right
Yes.
now Republicans would be plus 27 in
Yes.
the House right now if it wasn't for this scumbag move they're doing right here. And
Yes.
that is just, it's bizarre, but that's what they're doing. They're beefing up because let's be
Yes.
real, dude. More Republican policies, people around the world like, or around the country like them. Most people, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, they like Republican policies. I don't care how you look at it
Right.
because
Right.
they,
Right.
the Democrats,
Well,
they just appeal to emotions,
I
just
believe that
emotions.
this is just my opinion, but I believe Newsom has put himself in a stranglehold by lying and shit about the National Guard and
I,
trying to fucking call Trump out, blah blah blah, when Trump is the one that sent them, and they really did need them.
yeah, do you, you know why I don't know? I don't know about that because I think people have been following this crap for years. I mean, look at the entire black population who has got nothing from the Democrat Party. In fact,
Right.
it was the Democrats that wanted slavery. It was the whole Democrats that fought to keep it.
Well,
Do you remember?
Democrats are blacks are waking up though.
But do you
There's
remember that 3/5 rule or whatever from back in the slave days? Do you know
yeah.
what that was about? That was about that the Southerners wanted to count, just like the Democrats, who were the slave owners. They
Right.
wanted to count the black slaves as population. And they said, no, you own these people. You have dominion over these people. It's like
Right.
giving you extra votes. That's where they came up with the 3/5 or whatever
Right.
that rule was.
Right.
It's not that they
That sounds
thought
like my
blacks were
fucking
less,
HOA, man.
it's what they treated them as. And there were
No,
Democrats
but
doing that.
well, my HOA is down south, just like that. The fucking and these people fall for that bullshit, but it's the same scenario. There's phase three is going in for building more condos, and the fucking builder thinks because there's 70 fucking housing spots, he gets to own those for voting to vote him in on the HOA board.
What?
Yeah,
You don't get
and
70
they're
votes.
letting him. And I stepped in and said, "You guys are a bunch of fucking morons. Unless he's paying the HOA fee for those 70 fucking spots, no fucking way."
There's got to be something in the bylaws, dude. You got to read those bylaws.
Now
There's no way.
no, there's not because he fucking helped create them. It's fucking. But that's not. This isn't about my
Yeah, no kid.
HOA,
You
but
went from
that's
peaceful
the same
protest to
shit
HOAs,
bullshit.
man. Unbelievable, dude. But so again, this is the whole plan. This is why Democrats are fighting so hard to keep these illegals in here because they need that head count. Because right now, if they lose these illegals, they'll probably
Yeah,
never win election again because they really
right.
are the minority. Just look at all the stuff they stand for. All the, what do they call it? The 80-20. They're always on the 20 side. 20%
Right.
of what the population supports. They
Right.
stand for that. How do they
Well,
keep
what the
winning?
fuck ever, dude? Because
How do they keep winning?
it's one of them things where I'm just so frustrated right now with all of this. This rioting is really, this rioting shit's really struck a nerve with me,
But it's a
and
big
and
deal, though,
seeing
dude.
that fucking shit with the dude throwing the brick through the fucking back window of the police car and shit.
Yeah,
That's
but
our
see,
fucking. That's their. Well, whatever. Maybe that money that's disappeared from the train station can buy some new fucking cars
no,
for those
dude, they're just going to
assholes.
get more government money. That's what California does. They act like they produce all this stuff, bring in all this money, but all they do is suck up money and they spend it on themselves. That's why people are so rich in California. Corruption is worse in California, I think, than it ever
Oh,
is on
yeah,
the East Coast.
exactly.
Ever been on the East Coast.
That's why. Look where most of the piece of shit politicians come from.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to bring it to Washington and fucking steal. It's like the motherlode, Washington. So, fuck yeah.
But how do these people still elect? Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess it's fixed because if you got thugs
Well,
like this
because
in
they got all the
California,
money now. I
yeah, if
mean,
you
the
got the
COVID
thugs like
money, the fucking
But
that train station money.
you got to think, how does a Nancy Pelosi get reelected so many times? Because they're probably stealing votes from all these thugs that don't even know how to vote.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the vodka company fucking
You
votes
can't
for her or
tell me there's this
something.
many people like Johnny and Christina California. They know. You
Are
can't
they
tell me
really
there's
both
this
in
many people.
California?
Yeah, pretty sure if I
Damn.
remember correctly. But you can't tell me there's this many people in California. I thought there were a lot of Republicans in California. How do they keep looking like this?
I don't
How is this
know.
happening?
I don't know, but I it's gonna be very interesting because you know that it's just a matter of one little spark and there's gonna be some fucking riots elsewhere, and
There
I
are.
wouldn't be surprised if
There already are,
uh,
dude. New York, all these cities are doing this stuff.
well, all Portland or Seattle, all they need is a fucking excuse,
Same thing with LA, dude. See, that's the funny part because they're trying to
right?
pin this on Trump. Like, oh, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Trump. No, LA's been rioting all the time. They riot all the time for everything. Super Bowls or championship games when they lose championship game. LA just looks for a reason to riot.
Yeah,
So stop
and
acting like this
Portland's
is
gonna be the
Trump.
same. Seattle's gonna be the
It's not
same.
Trump. This has got nothing to
So
do
I
with
just
Trump.
wonder when it's gonna happen.
I think I already heard today that there were New York NYPD was getting. But you know what? Let's be real, dude. I want to talk about that too. Let's be real. These cops, the good ones, quitting. And then they're hiring these left wing cops. I don't, some of them, I don't care. If you supported this crap, you stood down while these people were getting hurt, then you deserve, again, I used to be so pro cop. And right now, I think they're just hiring the most dirtbag cops. I used to think, even some of the military, we've
Well,
talked about this. I
what
thought these people were honest patriots, but no, they're
what
not.
you're saying right now cracks me the fuck up because, like I said, I was watching some of these live videos, and I swear to God, some of the cops that were driving the cop car were fucking illegals.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I hate to stereotype me an asshole like that, but I swear to God, I'm like, Jesus Christ, the fuck, man. Like, the
it's just,
illegals are hitting the illegals now.
it's insane, dude. It is just insane. I don't understand. I thought American people were better at this, and maybe they are. Maybe we're the silent majority. But I think
No.
at some point, we're going to be faced with this civil war
Something's
possibility.
gonna happen, but I should. I've been sharing a lot about my friend that married an illegal, and she's fucking. She's like scared to send him outside sometimes. And he's
He
a
needs to
hard-working
go.
dude. He's not. He's an
I don't give a
illegal.
damn. He
Yes,
needs to go. They all
yes,
need to
yes.
go.
It is what it is. But
Get in line.
they just, but they're preparing, and they just bought a acre of land in Honduras.
Okay,
The
good.
problem that I have right now is he's an offering right now of a free fucking plane ticket, $1,000 to go there, but go back, and then come back the correct way.
Right. And
And
yeah,
then
if they don't leave, they can't come back.
exactly. So, but it's so hard to talk to her right now because she's in just fucking disarray with this fucking shit. It's like, girl, come
I don't
on,
understand
man.
why. I don't understand why you would talk to her. Like, I can't talk to these people anymore.
Because she's one of my best friends,
Well,
and
I
I'm
don't
not
know
going to
how.
lose her over.
I don't know how she became your best friend because I don't know how you talk to people who
She was
can't.
a friend before all this.
Yeah, but
We've been
my
high
point.
school friends.
Yeah,
And
but so
what?
what? If your buddy got hooked on meth and isn't your buddy anymore, I don't know how he can be your buddy. Like, I don't understand.
That's a horrible comparison.
No, how is she?
She fell in love with a fucking illegal.
Okay, so
I can't
move to where
fucking,
he's at. You don't fight
what?
the entire country because you're in love with a person. If I fell in love with somebody, Chinese girl came to visit and she had to leave, then I go with her or I
Right.
get
And
her
she's going to go
illegally.
with him.
But
Like I said,
you don't stand here. But you
they
don't
just
stand here
bought
and try
an
to
acre of
buck the
land.
system. You don't sit here and try to manipulate the system and get over on the country
I don't, I,
for your
they're
own
not manipulating
benefit.
the system at all. He's not collecting. He's not, he's an actual person that works. He just did it the wrong fucking way.
So
He's a
then what's the
criminal.
big
I'm
deal?
not going
Then
to
go
argue
fix
that.
it. Then go fix it. Why is she hiding him?
Right,
Go
right.
fix it.
Well, I would say I don't know, man. It's so weird because
Dude, it's the
she
same.
married him.
Look, it's
So
the
she
same
married
thing.
him. So is she really consider? The only thing is like I said, he skipped his court date.
Yeah, well,
So now I believe he's considered a felon.
you know this, but this is my point, JC. You pull yourself out of the relationship. If this was some stranger,
Well,
it
I'm not
wasn't your
fucking her,
friend.
so it doesn't
No, that's not
matter.
my point. If some stranger was doing this, what would you think of them? Just because you
I
have a personal investment. This is the problem with
unfortunately
people.
you
This
have a
is,
very valid point.
but this is the
So how
problem with
about
people.
shutting up and let's change the subject?
But no, I want to make this point
You're
because
right.
this is the problem with people.
You're
That
right.
NIMBY, they
Yeah,
call it. Not in
You're
my
right. But I'm not
backyard.
gonna go fucking.
I'm not
I'm not
talking
gonna
to you
go
anymore,
riding
Jace.
for him.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people out there. I'm talking to people watching. This is
Oh,
the
sorry.
problem. It's the NIMBY thing. It's the immigration's
Yeah,
okay as long as it's in Texas. Immigration's okay as long as I don't have to. This is the problem.
I
But then
don't.
when people are affected by it, now they
Right.
stand
No,
up and say,
yeah.
"Oh my God, it's
I'm
wrong."
see, I'm different though. I
But
don't
listen,
agree with it. I'm not I don't I don't condone what she's doing. I don't but she got married to him and I don't know the problem with that is my brother married a fucking illegal Canadian. So I don't even fucking it's just one of those things where I have deep roots of. I might as well marry an illegal myself. Fuck, it's we're deep rooted in marrying illegals.
yeah, there's nothing wrong. Look, dude, I honor and respect love. I mean, it's the number one teaching of
Right,
all goodness in the world. I get that. But
right.
you still have to
Do it
respect the law.
legally.
And the problem I have is again, even I'm gonna attack the Christian people because I had a conversation with a lady. She just butted into a conversation, so I butted in too because it was a group of people I knew, and they were like, why are these riots happening? She butted in. Well, I can tell you from me and my friends, we're protesting because they took this person and then she goes on and on and on. And I'm like, I call BS. I said, there's no way our government is going wasting our time arresting some
Right.
cook
So do you
because
think I should
she's
grow
here illegal.
turnips?
Huh?
I'm just fucking with you.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Even if they
do.
got scooped up in it, I get that.
You've got some great points, and
But
I
if they got
can't.
scooped up, I get it. So the point is that this lady starts to try to scold me, and it's like, I'll pray for you. And that was my point. I
Oh,
said, I said, and you're the reason why people hate Christians in this world. You're a little
well,
arrogant,
besides the child
condescending,
molesters, yes.
but your little arrogant, condescending, I'll pray for you comment. Why don't you
Well, yeah,
pray
that's
for the
just like
people that are rioting to stop their evil ways? Why don't you pray for the people to go back to their country and do things
right,
properly?
right.
Why would you need to pray for me for defending my
Well,
country?
she could
Why?
have said, "Bless your heart, Sonny."
She tried all that crap. That's what I said.
Oh, I
But
fucking
that's
hate
my
that,
point. My
man.
point is they're hypocrites. Why are they
Yeah,
hypocrites? Because if this lady was on the receiving
right,
end, if she had an immigrant that hurt her
right,
family, she'd be like,
right.
get him out.
Oh God, if someone
But
murdered
now
one of
that
her kids,
somebody's affected that she cares about, oh, let
right,
them stay. This is the
agreed,
hypocrisy.
agreed. I'm not. I have no comment.
It just pisses me off, and I probably do it too. But I'll own it when I do it. If I
Game,
have a
set, and
benefit,
match.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes. Yeah,
cops
I
shouldn't
mean,
pull over speeders because I
I
speed. Okay.
I've had issues with illegals for years, but as and I'm sure you didn't look this up yet, but as I was telling you, that hockey team, the semi smoked with the bus, smoked the bus and killed 3/4 of the team. He was a fucking illegal.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even think he could speak English.
Well, that's common today, dude. They're all over the
I
road.
know. Oh,
All over the
I know.
road today.
I was, I probably shared this before, but I'm 50 now, so I'm getting fucking old.
Hmm.
But I asked my buddy out because when I got home, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Why are all these semi drivers so fucking their road etiquette's fucking horrible and just they're ignorant fucks?
But I told you
And he's
that's how
like,
they
oh, they're a bunch
drive.
of fucking illegals,
Yeah, that's how they drive in their countries. I
right?
told you when I told you a story about the Saudi sweep. You know
Yes,
what I
you
mean? I
did.
mean, it's just like this is how these people drive. They have no respect for their laws, and then
And
they come to this country, they
oh,
don't
right,
assimilate.
right,
They
right.
do the same
Well,
thing they did in their countries.
my Egyptian buddy, my Egyptian buddy says that they don't even pay attention to traffic signals
No,
when they're driving down there.
right?
So
And
that makes sense.
they have their will and take their will,
Speaking of
have their ways
fucking
with
rape,
women.
though, I got my uh, easy the fucking fast lane easy pass bill. $42 fucking, dude,
For what?
to drive through Charlotte.
Oof.
$42 fucking. I think I ripped it up. If I have it, I'll show you it. It's fucking it's fucking ignorant, man.
That's insane.
So because of that, I I ripped it up. I got a NC pass.
What's that for?
The NC Easy Pass, North Carolina Easy Pass,
Oh,
because it's
oh.
half price tolls if you buy one of those. But Jesus, that fucking German company or whatever is
Oh,
making a
through North
killing,
Carolina.
dude.
Yeah,
God damn.
yeah,
I can't imagine, man.
yep.
What it goes from Charlotte, like the outskirts of Charlotte, the northern part of Charlotte, and if you're going up north, it goes all the way past
Well, I think most states accept
Lake Mead.
a lot of all the different passes.
Well,
But
I have the New York State Easy Pass, but it didn't work.
really, because New Jersey's worked for me when I
It
drove through.
worked before, but my new car, I must have it mounted in a spot that it doesn't.
Dude, how do you go from L.A. riots to Easy Pass? Like, what the? Wait,
As I was taught, we're talking
squirrel,
about
like
getting raped.
squirrel, like what? The,
Because because you were talking about stuff, and I wanted to deter it,
oh my
and
goodness!
and
Like,
$42 is rape, man.
well, yeah,
And
I
that's
just,
we talk about all the fucked up shit in this country.
well,
Period,
yeah, I
dude.
just didn't know
I
how we
can't
just
imagine
detour the
California though. I
cars.
would,
And
you know how bad I would fucking bitch and cry if I lived there. Oh my
dude, can you
god.
imagine? Like, did you see the video of that dude throwing rocks at all the cars going by, like big rocks?
Yes. And I
Like,
saw the dude throw the brick through the fucking back window of that Suburban or
I mean, how
Tahoe
are
or
they
whatever.
not pelting these dudes? That isn't that like deadly force? Like
Yeah,
authorized deadly force?
that's a felony. Yes,
So why aren't they just boom boom? I mean, what? I don't understand that. If
they
I was driving through and some dude was going to throw a brick through my window, pulling my gun out in a second. Why
I'm gonna
not?
fucking pull. I'd be pulling my gun out when went to the gas station. I think I saw that their gas is like $6 fucking a
Yeah.
gallon or some shit.
Yep.
Talk about rape again. We should have an episode about how we get raped.
I don't even know if you're allowed to say that. Well, sometimes they bleep that on YouTube.
Uh, well, whatever the
So,
case may be, I don't.
but whatever, you said it 7 times. So,
It's nothing sexual. It's just
no, I know, but some people bleep that stuff out. Some people like, yeah, I
right.
don't understand it because it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me that how the hell is their tax? Why are they? Well, I guess they're broke, but gas six or $7 a gallon still. God damn! When I left Charleston, it was $2.50 a gallon. And when I got gas today, because I took my mom for a little ride to Erie, PA, and Sam's Club, it was 304.
I think these riots are good, dude, because it can allows us to go scoop up everybody. And I think everybody that's
Right.
caught in these riots should go with them, American citizens or not. I know they
Well,
say that a tyrant will do that, but I think if you're a detriment to this country, you need to go.
the reason I brought up the gas though is, well, hobby cocktails are too expensive to make in California. For
The
God's
Molotov
sakes,
cocktails.
Jesus.
Right. Yeah, where are they getting that gas from? That's expensive.
But I did see that they like arrested two people for doing those cocktails, like for some serious charges.
Well, again, like you said, there's cameras. There's like, did you see that they break into these stores like these they're looting. See, but what I think is, I think it's the illegals, the Mexicans, the criminals. They're the ones rioting, and I think the
Right.
criminal
Oh, and then those
black
smart
people are the
people are
ones
fucking
saying,
robbing the
yeah,
stores.
the criminal black people are like, hey, they're
The
distracted now.
Black
Let's go
Lives
rob the
Matter, yeah.
stores. Yeah,
That makes sense.
because
I don't
it's
think that I wouldn't word it as the black people, but I would word it as the Black Lives Matter scumbags.
Well, no, like in the riots, you see a lot. There's a lot of white people. Believe it or not, like Antifa, all
Exactly.
that.
So
They're trash
you
white
can't really
people.
say black people,
No, I'm
man.
saying the ones that were robbing the store were like
Yeah.
the whole group of people. The black mob that goes in and
Oh,
that's
all
what they
right.
were. Although there was a
Well,
white dude that
and
got tackled, unless he was Hispanic.
that's another thing that fucking these riots, these fucking people get in these fucking cops' faces, but they're such a fucking little bitch. They can't even uncover their face. They have to mask themselves because they say it's part of their constitutional right to mask. Why are you being a little fucking faggot bitch? Take the fucking shit off.
Yeah, because they
You're
know
such a fucking tough guy.
they're
Let me
not.
see who I'm gonna fuck up. I want to go there so bad and just fucking
I'm, t-
stab people in the side
I'm
and
telling you,
just keep
dude.
walking around and
If
stabbing everybody.
I'm telling you, dude, if there was a civil war tomorrow and they were taking recruits, they were
Right.
signing up. I'm telling you, I'll be there. I don't want to hurt nobody, but I want to put an end to this garbage, all this
Yeah.
nonsense, all these scumbags, and it's not just the LA riot people. It's like the politicians. They're the ones doing this, and I get it. All of them are crooked. All of them are making their money. But there's a difference between you siphoning taxpayer dollars while we're living our simple little pathetic lives and you
Right.
siphoning taxpayer dollars, allowing people to kill
Well,
and damage and steal our stuff.
well,
There's a
inevitably,
difference.
all the shit that's getting damaged, it's going to come down to the taxpayers. It's not going to be just California.
Well, but
And
that's
they're
my point.
fucking shit up bad
My
again.
point is, look, I don't trust either side. I'm not,
No,
for
no.
either politician. They're all a bunch of crooks. But one is picking my pocket, and the other one is stabbing me in the back. Which one
Oh,
do you think
yeah.
I'm going to get rid of
Well,
first?
they're pissing down your back and they're telling you it's raining.
But I mean, they're literally hurting me. They're breaking into my home, hurting my children, kicking my dog, as opposed to the Republican who's just sneaking in when I'm gone and stealing my stuff. One of them
Right.
I can tolerate, even though I don't
Right.
want to deal with either one. But I can tolerate the other one. They're going to get us killed. They're getting people killed because they want power so bad
Right.
that they're allowing this nonsense to happen, which is hurting Americans. They're allowing terrorists to come across the border, which is going to get us killed. They're literally destroying this country for power. The other people are just a bunch of freaking crooks that are getting rich off of us.
Right. Right.
They're
Yeah.
not
Well,
destroying the country because they know that they need a good country to keep siphoning the money from. The
I think
Democrats are the
that
horrible, stupid crooks.
yeah, and I think that the little indication of Trump and Elon. I don't. Did you see any of that bullshit?
You see, Elon apologized.
He did.
Yep, he said I went too far.
Well, what
Yep.
about Trump and his fucking? Trump said some shit that was kind of fucked up, man.
Which
Maybe
part?
we should stop giving you fucking government contracts and stuff.
Well,
Almost like maybe I shouldn't do any more favors for you.
Well, but that's what happened. No, what happened was he cut off the EV things that hurt.
Right. No, I know. I know.
Yeah,
With a big beautiful bill.
right.
Trump and Elon will be fucking fucking stuck in ice cream cones at
Well,
Mar-a-Lago
again, Trump
and
doesn't
by
hold.
4th of July.
Well, I don't want to say he doesn't hold grudges. Yes, he does, but he's transactional.
Right,
Trump is transactional, and people even say it right now. They're talking about, the guy that cussed that news media guy that cussed out Miller and Trump. They said Miller. He said he got fired by the. Well, I don't know if he got fired or just put on leave, whatever. But he was cussing him out, saying, and I agree to the point of what he was saying is that Trump has a means to an end. He said this Stephen Miller guy was just evil. I like Stephen Miller. I don't know if he's evil or not, but
right.
so Trump, he can be the nastiest, meanest person, but it's because he has a goal in mind. He's not just
Right,
a nasty,
right.
mean person because he's
Well,
really
I
been a
think he's
very
kind
generous
of
person.
he reminds me of myself.
Oh, the
If I have
billionaire, the
and I'm
billionaire
talking about
part.
my inner circle here. If I have an idea and a plan, just fucking trust me and let's fucking do this. I'm a successful person. I haven't failed in a long time. Just trust me. And it's just with Trump. He want if you doubt him, he gets pissed off.
Yeah,
And
he's a winner. Period. Look at him. Look at his
right,
whole
he's just like
lifestyle.
yes, and so
He
am
gave
I.
up. He gave up an easy lifestyle to become the president. How many people could become president?
Right.
You don't even get in that circle. That is not an easy circle to get
Oh
in.
God.
So look
No,
what he's
you've
done.
got
He's
to be
just
on
a
the one
winner. Let him
percent
go.
to get in that circle.
You call him they call him a dictator, fast, all this stuff. Let him go. He's a winner. He's successful. Let
Oh
a successful
God.
person run the country, not a
And these
manipulating person.
fucking people protesting that has signs that say Trump's a fascist. I want to just go fucking just
Yeah.
clothesline them.
I
I mean,
see it, man.
they don't even. First of all, they don't even know how to spell fascist, and then second of all, they couldn't even define fascist
No.
if it was written right in front of them.
Yeah, it's
God,
this
that
this is
drives me.
another rant show. I'm just like again too. Like I said,
Fuck.
I like that we can vent here. I'm really getting tired of it, and I'm getting sick of it. And this whole LA thing, it just
Yeah,
highlights
well, this
exactly what I'm
just
talking
started,
about.
so it's a little fresh. It's more.
But if this stuff were happening in my town, I
Right.
mean, yeah, there's no way I'm going to stand it. There's
If
no,
it
I got,
happened in your town, I would probably, I'd be a multimillionaire because I would shit a couple gold bricks.
well, but you get what I'm saying is like, even in LA,
Yeah,
think about the people in LA. Like I did hear, look, I did hear this with the looters. I heard on those videos why people were looting. What were they looting? Like
I didn't hear about the looter, so I
well, I
can't.
watched some looting videos, and there were people outside saying, "Don't go in there, don't do that. That's not what we're about." So there were people trying to call
Wow,
out these people. So I
that's
have no
cool.
doubt. Look, I have no doubt that there are some legitimate protesting
Right.
out there. I don't believe what they're protesting for is legitimate, but I do
No,
believe that these people are.
they're just doing it for something to do, man.
Yes, but I do believe that there are people that really don't want to see grandma and people leave because they still sat in this country for 20 years and never got citizenship. I get
Right.
it. Look, I understand. You made a new life here. Don't care. You didn't
I
do it
see.
legally.
I would be willing to bend the rules for anybody that's lived this. If they survived here for maybe a 10-year rule. If they survived here 10 years, not committing crimes, actually doing what they need to do,
Yeah.
I would almost give them amnesty. Say,
Yeah, no,
fuck it.
look, give it as long as you're paying taxes, you
Right,
haven't committed a crime, you learn the language, you
right,
assimilate, not come over here and try to make this a Muslim nation.
right,
Then yeah, I look, I'm all for it because we want good people in this country. I
right,
encourage good people in this country. I wish we could take some of these dirt bags and send them to other countries for good people. I
right. No
really wish we
shit.
could. I would do a
But
citizen swap if I had the
why?
ability.
Maybe we should do that.
That would be great. That would be
But no,
awesome.
but like, if you can adapt to this country, don't suck off it. If you're on welfare, fuck
Well, you
you.
got
You're
to give
gone.
back. You
Fuck
got to
you.
give back. You can't come here and take.
Right.
You have to give back, whether it's
You
through
can have
taxes.
welfare for 2 years.
Right.
If you figure out the fucking system, obviously. If you're illegal, I don't know. It's one of those things where
No,
I
my
don't want to
point. You
know.
have to
Don't
be a
ask, don't tell. If
contributing.
you made it here 10 years and you're a productive citizen in our society, all right,
Dude, it
you're
isn't rocket
you're
science.
good.
Other countries do this. You can't
Right.
move to Canada unless you have a job. They don't just take homeless people who are going to
I
soak up in the
tried to move to
system.
Canada at one time, um, after hockey, and I I had a college degree, and I could have moved, but the way they drilled me and said blah blah blah, they pretty much gave me a list of jobs that I was allowed to do,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, what if I don't fucking want to do that? Blah blah blah. And
That dude,
it was just like fuck you guys.
that's many countries, dude. Many
No, and
countries
I
will
get it.
not
That's
take
fine.
you
I
unless you
respect
are a
that though.
contributing member of society. There's
Exactly, and I
nothing wrong with
respect
that
that.
rule. If you were brought up in this society and you're a dirtbag, yeah, I guess we have to take care of you. But you don't get to come from some other country as a dirtbag and we take care of
Right,
you. That's why we
right,
send
right.
billions of dollars to your country so they can help take care of you. No, you don't get both.
Speaking of fucking benefits, I like I said, I took my mom to Erie today, and there's this meat market we go to that has a bakery, and these it doesn't matter who, but these people that had SNAP or whatever the fuck it's called, they tried to buy some baked goods, and he's like, "We don't take EBT shit here, so bye bye." I was rolling. I'm like, "Fucking right, man," and they shouldn't. Just I know I'm changing the subject a little bit,
Yeah, no, you're like squirrel
but it's just fucking. That's another thing. That's part of the as you were
again.
telling, we were talking about that. That's part of the
That will,
beautiful
but
jism bill.
but that's why there is a process because we're supposed to only take the best.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we want to take people's worst, then we've got to have the
Right.
money to do that.
Right.
And that's why
Um
we send them money to help them support their bad or
I
poor.
I happened to, while I was in Erie, find the Charlie Kirk show on a channel on the radio. I didn't know he broadcast, but he had a guy on there, and they were talking about how these immigrants are fucking milking our systems, and he was saying that if you get sick and you need a bone marrow transplant, that's like $800,000 in California,
Hmm.
and the hospitals there, they'll do it even though they know they're not going to get paid, and then it falls on
Well, okay, but so
us.
think about it anyway, dude. Let's this is the problem, and I don't know how you solve it because just like the politicians getting rich, people are getting rich. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
how can you charge X amount of dollars for something and then it's cheaper over here or it's less here? Like,
Well,
how do you
no,
do
it's the
that?
point that an illegal comes here, sneaks in, and then goes to the hospital and gets it done because they won't deny them the services, and they know they're not going to get paid.
But you know what I mean? Like, just for example, let's take the argument. Like, a lot of these liberals and lunatics, they want free health care. I mean, there was a lady on CNN or something was saying
Yeah, good
she's
luck with
running for
that.
office or something, saying illegal every human should have a right to health care. So
Really?
that's what she was saying. And
Okay.
now,
And every human has a right not to be a fucking asshole too.
but think about this for a second. How do you have a right to health care? Does it
Well,
just appear?
I
Is
don't.
it like laying on the ground and you get to pick it up?
That's very interesting,
Well,
because
in order to get free health care, someone has to do it for you.
right.
So you're
Well, then,
going to have
and that's probably some
someone,
fucking scumbag that don't work.
but the point is, it doesn't matter who it is. The point is in order for you to get something, a service free, someone has to give it to you free.
Someone has to pay for it.
Or give it to you free. You could pay
Well, they're
for it
not
if
going to just
you're,
fucking give it to you, though.
but that's my
Someone has
point.
to pay for it.
It's like these missionaries that go overseas and donate their time and their doctors and they go help all
Yes,
these
so
African people
what?
and then they come back here and they charge $3,000 for a freaking
Right.
phone visit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
come what? So
But
that's
the
why,
doctors really go over there
yes,
and
dude,
they donate their time?
all kinds of people do, and
Oh,
I agree
wow.
with charity. But the point is, how do you justifiably go and say, "Hey, I'm going to be a carpenter. I'm going to build this house for free"? And then I'm going to come
Well,
back to
yeah.
America and I'm going to overcharge you so that I can go build this house for free and I can live in my own mansion. Like, how do you even do that?
I don't fucking. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I
And
mean? So I know
I
what I'm
never
talking
thought
about
about that
is
because,
borderline socialism, communism, but it's the greed in America that really gives the left an argument. But then
right,
you got to stop and think. I mean, people have to be able to charge what they want because it's a free market. But something like healthcare, like there has to be a happy medium, dude. Like you
right,
shouldn't be able to get someone else's services for free, but there should be caps or there's got to be something. Like I don't
well, fuck,
understand it because everyone needs healthcare.
right.
Elective
Well, I
surgeries, no.
just,
Charge $1 million for Botox, whatever.
right. I think that I don't really I don't know the billing. I used to know it, but like a heart doctor that's cutting someone open to fucking do some fucking bypasses should definitely get paid more than someone else, another doctor that's diagnosing a cold or something.
Sure, sure. There should be a scale like the government has,
But
except not
like,
as
yeah, but
overpaid.
like, and also some of these doctors go to school for fucking ever, man. So they
Sure,
deserve they do deserve some money,
for the sacrifice, right?
right?
I
Just
agree.
like us in the military for all the time.
Yeah, right. Dude, if you ever, yeah, I looked at some of my statement. I don't think I ever made over $25,000 a year in the military,
I,
ever.
dude,
Now
I don't know how I survived.
you can argue that we obviously got free health care. There was some food and
Well,
lodging
free room
involved.
and board, free
Right.
healthcare.
Yeah.
We
So
had it all.
you
We
can
didn't
argue
really.
that, but
All the money that we made was just for whatever to
right,
socialize.
right.
I I I did some loaning people money, so I did pretty fucking good. When I was on my ship, I was a loan shark. And I made out quite well. It was awesome. But I
Probably.
wasn't a fucking. I was a frugal person as a kid, so I didn't get my first check in the military and go fucking blow it. You know, when you get out of boot camp, you get that first check.
You gotta buy that
Everybody
car
fucking
or
blew it
something.
on
Yeah.
tattoos and booze.
Yeah.
I had a couple beers and fucking kept the rest of the money put away.
Yeah. Well, I was never good at saving, but I never really spent more than I made. So
Well, I loan sharks and it worked out. What do you got, buddy? How much you want? Well, give me that. Back in the day, give me that Game Boy. I'll give you $20. You pay me next payday, or I got myself a Game Boy,
mm,
gold chains, whatever. I think we're dying out, man.
yeah, yeah, I think our energy's gone. So we can go ahead and end it here because there's probably a lot of news going on too that we're not talking about. But I am. I mean, I've lost a lot of
No,
my steam with this.
there's that dumb shit with the L.A. mayor and then that other fucking stupid asshole
Well, this is a dude.
Bloom.
But this is a plan. This is their plan. This is the Democrats' plan. I just hope to
Right.
God that the American people are seeing through this bull crap. I hope
So
they're seeing. I hope the
I believe
Democrats are
they are,
finally outing
but
themselves.
my prediction is Portland or Seattle will be rioting next, unless they already are, and
I'll tell you, New York's
I've
already
missed it.
there.
But
Well, dude, there were protests all around. Even some not far from me, people were organizing protests.
oh
But I don't
god,
know
I
what
wish
they're
I could see those
protesting.
fucking idiots.
I just don't know what they. Again, these seem like simple conversations that okay, you hear illegal, yeah, you're here illegal. Okay, then they go. Like I don't understand. What is the
I don't
question
know.
involved? What is the hang up? Did you kill that person? Yeah, I
People,
killed that person. Okay, you go to jail. Like, what is the hang up here?
I don't know, but like
That they
this
shouldn't be
some
deported because they don't have due process? Are you here illegally? Yes,
something's gonna
you're
go
committed a
down, man.
crime. There was literally a lady on a news station. Oh God, she might have been a politician. Hell, I don't know. That
Right?
she said that crossing the border it was illegal, wasn't a crime. It was a misdemeanor. I'm sitting here like it was a
Um,
misdemeanor. It wasn't a crime.
it is. It's a misdemeanor.
What do you think a misdemeanor is? It's a crime.
Oh yeah, no
Like,
shit. It's a
oh my
fucking.
God, what? How you
You're a
cannot be this
criminal.
stupid?
Period.
A
No,
misdemeanor is a type,
we
a
already
level of
discussed this.
crime.
If you do it again or you violate the court order, then it turns into a felony.
But a felony is a crime. A misdemeanor is a crime.
Right, right.
Torts
Just
are,
like a
I
pound of
mean,
feathers
it's just,
is
oh, I'm not even a lawyer and I know this stuff.
just like a pound of feathers weighs the same as a pound of gold.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jesus. Um, people are and people are so
But that
sensitive
was her
nowadays.
argument. And
I
people, like,
I was telling you I went to Erie today. I was leaving the meat market and fucking there was a guy we were at a red light and he was in front of me and fucking it turned green and he didn't go. So I gave him a love tap.
mm,
He fucking flails his hand. And I'm like, what, dude? No big deal, just go. And then he stops and makes me fucking put my brakes on. So I pull around him. And I'm like, what's up, dude? I just told him, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to offend you. And he just wouldn't let it go. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just pulled out in front of him and kept going. It's fucking,
yeah, people
and
are
then
angry.
and went
People are
on my
crazy.
way. But my God, people are so fucking
And
sensitive, man.
But see, and that's the problem too, because even like this stuff in LA, like they're pissed. Like I'm not a violent man, but they are
Neither am
pushing
I.
buttons, man. They are pressing buttons so bad right now that it's not going to take much to fly off the handle when I have to deal with crap like that. If that was in my city, if I lived in Los Angeles, oh man, what they call those rooftop Koreans? What were they?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. But I would have just got out of my car if he got out. I'd have hugged him. And I said, I think you need a hug, bro.
Yeah, right. That's what we need. We need more hugs.
We need
Yeah,
hugs, not fucking riots.
yeah, you're right. We do. But what you think that dude was going to hug you?
Once he saw the size of me, I think he'd have hugged me versus trying to fight me.
Well, I don't know. He probably would have been a bear hug because he would have had no choice. But yeah,
I I have the utmost confidence in the fact that I could fuck anybody up. But
well,
when you're 6'4", 230, you tend to think that you're more of a badass than you might be, and that's 100% true. He might have whooped my fucking ass up and down the street, but
right.
that's not what I would have got out for and promoted. So,
Yeah.
and Magnolia would have got out and bit him in the ankle.
All right. Speaking of that, let's get out of here. Let's bite this one in the ankle. I'm glad we got to vent. Sorry, guys, we didn't get to a whole lot more topics, but Chase did take us on some squirrel runs, so that's not bad. So we do have
Radishes,
a lot
baby.
more. All right. Well, thanks for subscribing. I'm mean, subscribe. Thanks
More
for
tomatoes
watching.
and
Make sure you
radishes.
like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff.
I pulled the pin already,
I didn't even
baby.
get to that, man. Until then,
Oh,
Godspeed.
my
Now,
bad. Oh, now
yes.
pull the pin already, baby.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin.